just somebody he liked. No, she was just cute.
I don't know. It's giving enemies to lovers.
Hello my loves. Welcome back to my channel if you are new. Today is an exciting video with me while I read the Tandem read in Throne of Glass. This will be a full spoiler vlog, so if you have not read these books, please click out of this video now because I do not hold back. Without further ado, let's get into the video. 2 weeks? We're leaving Rowan for 2 weeks. Oh, you're good at walking away from this kingdom. I don't see why now would be different. Aelin literally cannot catch a break to save her life. Please excuse my washer and dryer, y'all. Every time she opens her eyes, every time she takes a deep breath, there is yet another problem waiting for her to solve. What do you mean she can't step foot in Terrasen? Hello, witchling? Hello, princeling? What was that? Ah! Why do I love Dorian? Stop. I have been reading a little bit, but I have not been checking in. We are currently on page 93 of Tower of Dawn and page 129 of Empire of Storms. Okay, in Empire of Storms, we're following Aelin, Eldie, Rowan, Lorcan, Dorian, Aedion, Manon. I mean, we're kind of everywhere. So Aelin went to go meet up with the Lord. Basically was like, you know what, you're not our queen. I don't care what you say. I'll look at you as a princess, but don't step foot in Terrasen. And she's like, what? This is my home. We're in the middle of a war. What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So that happens, and then she decides, you know what? I don't need y'all. I'll make this work by myself. Let's regroup. Let's look for some people that can help us out, and we'll regroup in Skulls Bay. Meantime, Rowan, I need you to go check on Dorian because there's these rumors going around that Elwan basically sent out a hit on Dorian's kingdom. Rowan flies over to Dorian. Meanwhile, witches have come to take over his kingdom and he's been fighting back. He gets caught up by one witch. Manon comes in at the last second, kills the witch to save him, and is talking about, you need to go. 3 more witches come in. Oh my god, Manon is like, I can't kill 3 more witches. Out of nowhere, Rowan enters the room, sucks the air out of the room, almost kills Manon. That all happens. Dorian and Rowan get out of the castle. Now they're on their way to Skulls Bay. We'll see them at Skulls Bay. Back to LD just met up with Lorcan. Lorcan knows that LD's looking for one and the same person, but has refused to say anything yet. Also, like, he was kind of stalking her at first, but I could also kind of see this budding romance a little bit. In this book, we are following Chaol, Nestrin, and Irene. I cannot tell who Chaol is supposed to be with at this point. So Chaol's at these towers. He's supposed to be finding an ally in the Keegan, all while getting his spine put together. Immediately disrespects the fact that the Keegan has lost a child and nobody offers any condolences, which, you know, in their defense, they were on the water. Like, how are they supposed to get that news? Whatever. So the Keegan's like, okay, I guess stay here and I'll send one of my healers down to see if she wants to help you. In comes Irene, the girl from Assassin's Blade, the healer from Assassin's Blade. Irene comes in. Irene's like, I hate everybody who ever worked for that man. She sees Chaol and she's like, oh, but I didn't expect him to look so handsome. Who's the love interest? I cannot tell. I cannot tell. Oh, there's also this subplot going on. One of the Keegan's sons thinks that the death of his little sister was not in suicide, and he needs Chaol to see who might have a reason to put out a hit on his little sister. That's pretty much it. Let's do some predictions. Chaol, I kind of want Chaol with Irene, and then I want Nestrin to find somebody from the town that they're in, because she's from the southern continent. I would not mind her with one of like the Keegan's kids. Power move, you know what I mean? And then as far as predictions for Empire of Storms, I have no idea. Stuff is literally everywhere. Like, we need LD to meet up with Aelin. We need Aelin to get to Skulls Bay and find enough support for this war on her way there. We need Rowan and Dorian to make it to Skulls Bay safely. And then even when we get to Skulls Bay, who's to say we won't run into problems there? I think I would find myself dragging my feet on Tower of Dawn if I was just reading Tower of Dawn. But them together is just such a nice combo. Like, you get all this action and adventure, and then you get this really sweet love story with this mystery subplot. I'm only here, but in the bit that I have read, I am enjoying myself. I guess I'll check back in later.
A few moments later.
So Dorian mentioned that he could tell that Rowan and Aelin had this like weird bond or whatever, but Rowan had a mate. I'm so confused. Do you get more than one mate? Like, what's this weird connection Rowan and Aelin have? Okay, what's following Irene through the library where old girl was found dead in the stacks? Okay, I just read the part where Elwan and Aelin basically went up against each other. He wore the skin of the overseer of Endovir, which sick move, by the way. And she like pushed all of her power at him. Didn't do anything. That's concerning. Moving on. I'm not into Tower of Dawn, but there's just so much happening in Empire of Storms. I find myself just wanting to read Empire of Storms. Manon's not gonna let Asterin be killed, is she? Oh my god, Manon! Can somebody check on my girl Manon? This budding romance between Irene and Chaol is so cute. I'm loving it so much. I don't know, it's giving enemies to lovers. Ugh, Lorcan is so pessimistic. I can't. So pessimistic. He's like, there will be no better world. Ugh, God. Are you always like that? This is how far we are. All right, I don't know the last time we checked in where we left off, but currently on Empire of Storms, I'm on page 239, Tower of Dawn, 287. Last time we talked, Rowan was linking up with Dorian to pick him up. Manon was kind of seeming like an ally a little bit with her saving Dorian. LD is with Lorcan. They're like traveling together. Aelin had that meeting with the lords and they told her like, you're not welcome in Terrasen. Okay, so a lot has happened. So I was originally speculating what romance was going on in this book, but I confidently say Chaol is meant to be with Irene, which I love. However, Chaol is folding. He's with Nesrin, kind of on the edge with her, but wants Irene and like was pushing Nesrin away, but now that he sees that he's falling out of love with Nesrin and wants to be with Irene, he's trying to pull Nesrin closer because now he feels guilty. He was laying down in the bed with Nesrin and Irene walks in. Oh my God. This weird love triangle situation going on. I wish he would just pull himself together and sit both of these women down and just be like, look, I want to be with you. I don't want to be with you no more. You know, be a man about it. Nesrin's also kind of, I don't know if she's necessarily flirting with that prince, but she's not being just friendly. I can honestly see them ending up together. The prince with the rook. I don't know. I don't remember his name. Other than that, I feel like that's pretty much it. Oh, Chaol can move his toes, his feet, and he can feel, I believe, up to his knee. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and then we heard about the two Valg brothers. I can't remember what their names are, but like Irene was like, oh, but what if they're not dead and they're actually just waiting on the other side of the wall so that as soon as we try to unlock it to throw Elwan in, they're ready to come out. It doesn't make sense that Elwan would be the only one to survive. The Keegans still will not take an audience with Chaol and Nesrin, so we still don't have the Keegan's forces behind us. We don't know if he's gonna ally with us. Last time we talked, we had that meeting, right? So Rowan and Dorian finally made their way to Skulls Bay. However, 2 of Rowan's cadres were already there. Apparently, Maeve has sent out some ships along the sea, but we don't know what she's up to, and she's not necessarily on our side. I mean, her and Aelin clearly have this rocky past, and she clearly does not trust Aelin. So I'm not really sure what she's up to, but that's a little bit concerning. Hopefully, she's not against us, because honestly, fighting 2 wars at once is impossible. Manon standing up for Astrid to her grandmother and telling the 13 to all run. Oh my god, what a hero. Also, Manon being half Kraken, and that girl that she killed earlier in the book was her half sister, and her grandmother knew. Oh, that's insane. Manon took a swipe at her grandmother, missed. Her grandmother sliced open Manon's stomach, so she's like trying to escape. Her and Abraxos end up in this like clearing or whatever, and this pale woman comes out and is trying to attack her and is talking about the Dark Prince will love you. Manon and Abraxos barely get out of there. She's like, I'm gonna find you. I'm scared. Left off with Manon is she like passed back out while Abraxos had just escaped. That's literally the last place I left off with Manon, so I don't know what's up with her. Hopefully either her 13 find her or she runs into Skulls Bay and links up with Dorian and Aelin, because that would be something that I want to see. Rowan also told Gabriel that Adian is his son. And then here I left off with Aelin finally getting to Skulls Bay. She's waiting in Captain Rolf's like office. Rolf's, whatever. He opens up the door with Dorian and Rowan, and she's got her feet up on his desk like the queen she is. Honestly, I love Aelin. She carries herself with this energy that I just love. She literally is like, I will take nothing from no one. Predictions for the series. Chaos and Irene are gonna pull themselves together and end up in a relationship. Dorian and Manon. I see Lorcan and Eldie ending up together. I feel like Maeve is against us. We're gonna end up fighting 2 wars at once, and that's gonna split our forces down the middle. I see Manon and the 13 fighting against all of the other witch covens. I do see the prince being able to bring in all of his ruck riders to help. I don't see the Keegan helping us out. And I do see Aelin convincing Captain Rolf or Ralph to side with them. Other than that, I have no other predictions. I know something bad is gonna happen, but I don't know what. Also, Adian and Lysandra. I almost forgot about that kind of budding romance going on as well. Adian's got a thing for Lysandra, but Lysandra's like not even giving him the time of day, as she should. I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna assume we're all in agreement that Dorian is the best man, written by Sarah J. Maas. I mean, I haven't read Crescent City, but I will accept 0 Dorian slander. Chaos continues to piss me off in every way he possibly can. They're at this dinner. The Keegan's like, okay, so swear on Irene's life that you trust Aelin. And he sat there. Oh my god, he sat there. Wait, Maeve is the queen of the Vogue?
6.5 hours later.
Okay, so I have indeed finished. This is post Throne of Glass, Lanaya. I don't even know what I want to say. This series literally builds so well for what I think is gonna happen in Kingdom of Ash. Things we have not talked about. Let me catch you up. Kaol and Irene are married. Kaol and Irene share a life force because he was like about to die when they found out that the princess was actually a Vogue princess inside of the princess. Nestorin and Sartik are a thing. Adian wants Lysandra. Lysandra acted like she don't want to do with him. I don't know. They kind of like, you know, but ever since Lysandra agreed to pretend to be Aelin because Aelin is freaking kidnapped by Maeve, Adian was being weird. And I mean, I get it. Your girlfriend is now going to be posing as your cousin. It's definitely weird. I understand. But at the same time, like, you don't want the whole world knowing that Aelin is captured. We need everybody to think that we're a unified front, strong and unbreakable in order to get more allies in this war. The Ruck joining them, amazing. Irene's favor from the Keegan was more ships, amazing. They got Manon on her way looking for more Kraken and Iron Teeth witches to bring with their wyverns. They've got what's her name? Ansel. I love how all of the novellas have played a part throughout these books. I was starting to think that I wasn't gonna get any of the characters, but seeing Irene, seeing Ansel, seeing the silent assassins, the moment literally gave me chills. Everybody's showing up for her after everything that she did for these people and all of these favors that they owe her, and everybody coming through and just showing up for her. It did also break my heart to see her captured and kidnapped. It sure did. It sure did. Dorian and Manon, Aelin and Rowan, who are mates. I called it. I literally said, are Rowan and Aelin mates?
Rowan had a mate. I'm so confused. Do you get more than one mate? Like, what's this weird connection Rowan and Aelin have?
They are. Maeve like went into Rowan's head and tricked him into believing that that other girl was his mate, and that was just somebody he liked. You know, she was just cute. Rowan and Aelin are mates and married, so he is officially king of Terrasen. Who else? Bort and her husband are giving enemies to lovers. I don't know. Do they get a POV? I know there's only one book left, but are they in the next one? Irene and Lorcan, but Lorcan blew it, signaling out to Maeve, and Maeve got Aelin, you know. Lorcan blew it for sure. What did you think was gonna happen? Like, I don't understand what Lorcan thought was gonna happen when he called her. You just thought everybody was gonna forgive you? You thought it was just gonna be okay that you just betrayed them? I don't understand. Did you not think that they were gonna come and capture Aelin? What did you think the point was? She wasn't just gonna come take the keys and leave. You knew that. So, like, what did you expect to happen when you called her? I would love to know, because I don't get it. As far as ratings, I rated Tower of Dawn a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I rated Empire of Storms a 5 out of 5 stars. This one was just so much more action-packed and kept me on my toes literally the whole time. I did really enjoy the love story going on in here, but starting out in this book, I didn't like Chaol. So reading a whole book about Chaol was kind of like, okay. And then also like seeing him put both of those girls through the love triangle was also giving me the ick. So it won't be a 5-star for me, because unfortunately every time I read this, I have to go through this love triangle that I just feel like was unnecessary. Chaol needs to grow up, be a man, and just tell the people how he's actually feeling. Like him dragging Nestron along for all this time as a rebound from Aelin, and then as a crutch because he was scared to be alone. It's messed up, and she didn't deserve that. Chaol just was like wildin'. I mean, that's pretty much it. I really did enjoy this book. I had a wonderful time reading it. It did take me a very long time to finally get into it and get working on it, but I just think it was so difficult finding time to put aside to really get some reading done in the series, because it's something you really have to pay attention to. There's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of bits and pieces from books earlier in the series. Every little part of this book has another detail connected to it, which has another detail connected to it, which has another detail connected to it, and everything is connected. Everything is intertwined into one big puzzle. But it did not take me a long time because it wasn't good. It took me a long time because it was just a lot to get through. That pretty much does it. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you want to see more reading vlogs like this in the future, just let me know, and hopefully I see you guys again in the future. Thank you so much. Bye.